Good morning, students. Today we shall do a new poem from your English textbook. The name of the poem is Solitary Reaper. Now first, let me read out the poem to you. It is on page number 66, The Solitary Reaper, written by William Wordsworth. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself, stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands of travellers in some shady haunt among Arabian sands. A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old unhappy far off things and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again? Whatever the theme the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending, I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. I listened motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. So children, this is a very beautiful poem written by William Wordsworth. And William Wordsworth, he was a nature poet. He has written many poems on nature. His poems are very, very beautiful, and he has written in a very simple language. Even if you read the poem also, you can understand it because it is having a very simple language. And he has written many poems. For example, The Daffodils, that is one of his very famous poems. And you know, when you read his poems, it has a very deep meaning. His poems have very deep meaning, and you enjoy his poems. It's written in a very simple language. It's very easy for the common man to understand. Now, let me go to the pre-reading there. Have you heard the signature tune of the All India Radio? If not, listen to it. It is played on the violin. So, violin is a musical instrument. So, children, have you heard the signature tune? Signature tune is the tune announcing a particular program on a radio or a TV. It is very soul stirring, means it is very melodious. It captivates you, that is, it captures you. You will be attracted to it. In this poem, William Wordsworth says he was captivated by a song sung by a young woman. She is reaping and singing. She is a wonderful figure. So, in this poem, the William Wordsworth is telling us about a young girl who is working in the field. She is reaping the corn. She is cutting the corn in the field, and as she is doing her work, she is singing a melodious song, a beautiful song, and he was captured, that is, he was captivated, he was attracted by the song, and he stops for a while to listen to the song of this young girl. So, let me start the explanation. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass. Yon means that, and this yon it's used in Old English. So, he says, behold her single in the field, that solitary highland lass. Lass is a young girl, reaping and singing by herself. Stop here or gently pass. So, she is talking about a young girl who is all alone in the field, and as she is working in the field, she is cutting the corn, she is reaping the corn, and as she is doing this work, she is singing a melodious song. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. Melancholy means sorrowful song. So as she is cutting and as she is binding the grain, as she is tying the grain in the bundle, she is singing a very sorrowful song. Oh listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound. He says, listen, for the valleys are filled with the song of this maiden. The valleys are overflowing with the melodious song of this girl. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands. So nightingale is a bird, a small bird that sings melodiously, a small bird that sings very sweetly. So he says the song of the maiden is so captivating, it is so capturing, it is so melodious that not even a nightingale has sung in this way. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to the weary bands of travelers in some shady haunt among Arabian sands. So he says, no nightingale has ever sung the welcome notes to the weary travelers in the sands of Arabia. Such beautiful voice this girl had, this maiden had. Maiden is a young girl. A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Hebrides means a group of islands on the coast of Scotland. Hebrides is a group of islands on the coast of Scotland. So he says, a voice so thrilling never was heard. She had such a melodious voice, such a beautiful voice that such voice was never heard, not even from the cuckoo bird. And as she is singing, it's breaking the silence of the seas and among the farthest Hebrides. Hebride means a group of islands on the coast of Scotland. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow. He says, can anyone tell me what the maiden is singing? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow. Plaintive is sorrowful. For old, unhappy, far off things and battles long ago. So the poet William Wordsworth is asking, can anyone tell me what this maiden is singing? What she is singing about? Perhaps she's singing about the unhappy things that has happened in the past, or maybe she is singing about the battles which were fought long ago, or is it some more humble lay, familiar matters of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and maybe again. So he is saying, or is it some humble lay, that is it about some common man, or maybe it is a familiar matter of today, or it may be some sorrow that she has faced in her life. Maybe it is a loss, or it is about some pain and that she has experienced in her life, or that has been, or maybe again. So he says, can anyone tell me what this maiden is singing about? What is the theme of this song? What is the subject of this song? Maybe it is she's singing about the battles which were fought long ago, or maybe she is singing about some sorrow, pain or loss that she has experienced in her life. Whatever the theme, the maiden sang as if her song could have no ending. So he says, whatever the subject, the young woman was singing as if her song had no ending. She was singing continuously, and as if her song did not have any ending. I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. Sickle is nothing but a tool which is used by the farmers for cutting the corn. So you can see the sickle here, you can see in your textbooks in the picture also. So he says, whatever the subject the maiden saw, it was as if her song had no ending. I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. So he says, I saw her singing while she was doing the work in the field, and she was bending down, she was cutting the corn. I listened motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. So he says, I listened motionless. I stopped there without moving, and I was standing there still for a while, listening to the beautiful song of the maiden, and I carried this song in my heart as I was climbing up the hill. The music I carried in my heart, and long after it was no more. So he says, I have still that music is there in my heart. I can still hear the song of the maiden. That is, I have it in my heart. I have borne it in my heart. So here William Wordsworth is telling about the song sung by a maiden, by a young girl. As she was working alone in the field, she was cutting the corn, she was singing a beautiful song, a very which attracted the poet. And he stopped there for a while, listening to this melodious song, and he saw this young girl working alone in the field, cutting the corn. She was bending at her work, she was cutting the corn with the sickle. And he says, can anybody tell me what this maiden is singing about? He says that even the nightingale has never chanted so melodiously like this girl. And he says, can anyone tell me what this girl is singing about? He says it may be, some about the battles which were fought long ago, or it may be some natural sorrow, loss or pain that she has experienced in her life. So whatever the subject it may be, she was singing as if her song had no ending. And I saw her singing at her work, and he says, I was motionless. I stood still listening to the song of this maiden. I was so much captivated, I was captured, I was attracted towards this song that I stood there motionless, listening to the beautiful song, and as I mounted up the hill, I carried the song in my heart. I can still remember the beautiful song or the melodious song of this maiden, of this young girl. So children, I shall forward the notes of this poem. Write it down neatly in your classwork.